Okay, so version 9.0 of the Tycho software has just now been released, so I thought I would go ahead and put together a short video highlighting a few of the key enhancements and features you can expect to find in this new version. The first of which is the addition of a new interface to the JPL Horizons service, and this actually ties in with the next item, which is that of a new session planner module. And finally, a new module to detect and track comets and images acquired from the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory. Of course, there are a lot of other enhancements and features in this new version, but I thought I would use these as a starting point. So the first item here is the new JPL Horizons Interface, and what this essentially allows you to do is pull data on a wide number of objects. These could be major body, which would include spacecraft such as the James Webb Space Telescope. They could be small body, which would include comets and asteroids, or they could be any other object defined by some two-line element. So as one example, if we wanted information on the James Webb Space Telescope, we could do first off a major body lookup to determine its target identifier, and this returns -170 as the identifier for the James Webb Space Telescope. And once we have that information, we can then plug it into the target ID box here and then proceed to attach ephemeris, either to the data set of images or to the new session planner module. As some of you might be familiar, the data set ephemeris, what that essentially allows you to do is to attach the object, location, motion, and brightness and other characteristics to every single image that you have loaded into Tycho. So that's a very useful feature to have. But now we can also attach ephemeris to the new session planner module. So this is a way to determine what might be an optimal observing time for a particular object of interest. So here you can specify a start date, a stop date, as well as a step size, and potentially a filter if you wanted to have a filter on target altitude or other parameters. And then using that information, you can then get a listing on the best times and dates to observe that object of interest. So that's a very nice feature to have, and it's now available directly inside of Tycho. And finally, the last item here is that of a new module to detect and track comets and images acquired from the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory. So this actually came about as a byproduct of a programming competition that I recently completed. And I actually will have a whole video going into a lot more detail on how this operates and how it works. But I thought some of you might be interested that this is now a new feature in Tycho. So lots of other videos to follow, so stay tuned for those. And I want to thank you for watching and see you next time.